WW7N, your test is successful. This is PD7ZYM.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that. Come back, sir.
Good evening. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Saturday Cat on WW7ATS. Western Washington Amateur Television. We also our website, just Google WW7ATS, Google WW7ATS. That will take you to our homepage, where you'll see the frequencies that we transmit on, and also there's a link to get you to YouTube, where we stream our next on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And we utilize WW7ATR, referred to as the 08 machine, 147.08, thanks to the Seattle Repeater Association. That takes care of our voice transmissions during our night. So I'll pause now in case someone has emergency traffic and needs to make a contact before we get fully underway. Stage 87 CYM.
Connected N7KC.
Television Society Net on the 08 machine on stage 87 CYM. So far, checked in by video link is Ron, 87 QKU, Jessica, KS7UHK, Lee, N7KC, Bruce, N7CN, Gary, K7HYD, Richard, K7ITX, Jim, N7QO, James, WU7N, myself, 87ZYM. If anybody else would like to check into the net this evening.
KJ7, Yankee Mike.
Yankee Mike. Okay, thank you. Let's start off the net. We'll go to the top to Rock. 87 QKU. See what's good.
I guess Richard can't read my lips. 87 QKU here. Can you turn the Grand Stream on for me? Wade's not going to be here tonight. Okay. So anyway, this is the big news, you guys. I had my carpal tunnel surgery on Friday, and so far, no pain. I bend it at the wrist a little bit. It hurts just slightly from the pressure of the bandage. I went over there at, 7:45, and they just started surgery at 9:45, and they knocked me out, and I woke up at 11 o'clock, and told him I was hungry. I hadn't had breakfast. Could I have some ice cream? And he said, sure. So he went and got me a Dixie cup, and then he said, you want another one? Yep. Got me another Dixie cup, and then he said, are you ready to go? And I said, yeah, I'm ready to go. And so he said, okay, I'll call your wife. And then we had used the LA parking, so then he called the LA parking, and they brought the car up, and they wheeled me out and met Joanna. Well, I put my clothes on, of course, but wheeled me out. Went home. Was home by 12:30. Watched a few football games, or baseball games. So, my fingertips are still numb. He said again that, why did I wait so long to have it done? Because damaged nerves don't recover very fast. So, he said that it might be kind of slow to recover. So, we'll see what. But if it doesn't burn at night, my hands, if they get in the wrong position at night, they just burn so bad I have to get up. Actually, sometimes get up, put ice on them. They're on fire, and very unpleasant. So my sleep, it interrupts my sleep a lot. So I can deal with a little tingling in my fingertips, but if the burning goes away, that'll really be nice. That's the big news over here, so over to net, KD7-2KU.
KD7-2KU, and we all wish you a speedy recovery. Let's go to Jessica, KF7UHK.
Up here in Everett, KF7UHK, Jessica, and Ron, carpal tunnel, that's one of the big ailments from people who work on the electronic benches up in Everett plant work on airplanes was carpal tunnel, because it's using your hands a lot on small things. So, wow, gosh golly, no fun when you get older to have to do that either. Let's see, we went to Mount Vernon today, and as you can see some of my pictures I got in the background here, this is the Laconer Cut. Looking at Laconer from across the ways over by one of the Indian heritage sites. And we once sat in our boat over there over in Laconer while we were getting something repaired, and we were able to watch dances and stuff that were happening right on the beach and in this heritage center, and it was really interesting, drumming circles and things like that. It was echoing across the canyon right there. So that didn't happen today, but these pictures here we got today, just driving around. We got some eagles, and then you saw the picture of the I think they're Canadian geese, maybe snow geese, I'm not sure, but there were a lot of them. We saw this field of white, and I said, let's go take some pictures. By the time I got there, they were starting to take off, and you saw the result. It was kind of a lot. There were a lot of them, and they also bombarded our truck at least 5 or 6 times, as you might imagine, because they were right there. I'm lucky I didn't get hit in the head. I might have, but I had a hat on, so I don't know. I have to look at the hat. Otherwise, with that, I'm going to pass it back right now to Jessica KF7UHK.
KF7UHK, this is Port Angeles, Louis, M7QC. See if we have an audio. Well, okay, am I in? Okay, very good, thank you. M7QCA in Port Angeles. Yeah, a lot of popping and crackling and whatnot tonight, so I don't know what to make of that. I really don't have much to say tonight. I don't know, I just can't seem to get enough sleep these days. I'm always strung out a little bit, and I'm trying. Anyway, I've got 2 stainless steel, 2 different sizes of U-bolts here. So I had to order these things off the internet, believe it or not. I'm telling you, you just can't find stainless steel stuff over here like that. Our marine supplier, DFS Hardware, that was down by the marina, gave up this business, sold all the stock off, and then went scattered around the area. And they had the best choice in stainless in the area because they were right by the marina, and they were buying the stainless. So it's hard to find now. You drive miles, and then they don't have it and stuff. So finally, I just, in fact, this one came from China, right here, and it looks just as nice as stainless and the U-bolt as any place else and all that. Anyway, so I'm making a little special gadget that will clamp the 11 element 2-meter beam to the dome to a plate, which will then go to a vertical mast kind of thing, standard stuff. It's just the one I had, the U-bolt is way too big, and it's just nuts. So I decided might as well just go ahead and make one. So I am. Oh my God, Jim's got a bunch of U-bolts too. All right. Well, anyway, so I don't know. We're just taking walks and trying to get our rest, and working on the place and measuring. We're set up to measure rain, but it isn't raining much. So, but I'm still having a good time. Anyway, with that, back to you, Dave. M7KC, Port Angeles. M7KC, that is WID again. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net on the 08 machine. I'm the K7CYM. Let's see the first M7 WW7ATS in Marysville.
Okay, well, good evening, everyone. Sorry I didn't have enough time to run upstairs to get my U-bolts, but I've got some of them, too, in a pile. Let's see what we have going on. Ron, I hope your hand feels better soon, so hopefully the surgery or whatnot will do good with it after a bit. Let's see what else we got going on. Well, there's been a bunch of space news this week. NASA rolled out their new SLS rocket. I don't know if it made it out to where the pad is yet or not, maybe, but I saw pictures of them rolling it out, I think yesterday. And then SpaceX did, I guess, a full-stack propellant load test of their rocket, their new Starship rocket. So both those rockets, the SpaceX Starship and the NASA SLS, they're both more powerful than the Saturn V. So it'll be cool to see both of those rockets they actually launch this year on test flights. But and then the other space news was that the James Webb Space Telescope has had successful alignment and focus. So it looks like it's working really great. So that's the great news there. But anyway, that's enough for now. So this is Bert in Marysville in the 7CS. Back to that.
And 7, yes, well, let's do the spaceship in Malta, Gary, K7HYD.
And good evening all. WW7 Hotel Yankee Bravo on the frequency. And yeah, it's been a busy day. The battery died in my rally ride, and I had to go up and get it replaced. Fortunately, it was still under warranty, so it didn't set me back $180 for the battery. I think that's what I paid for the last one I bought. It was kind of ridiculous, but whatever. And we got a little dinner at Fred Meyer, did some shopping, so had a busy day. It's been raining most of the day here, and I got about almost a full inch of rain here. Let me see, what, 0.93 inches, I think it was, something like that. What my rain gauge is telling me. And the outside temperature here is about 40 degrees. At the current moment, it really didn't get all that warm today. Had a tough time making 45. And it got there. So, I guess I could use a little light here. Let me turn on. See if that helps a little bit. There we go. Well, I'm not sure that's much better. Anyway, thought I'd check in and see if James got my check. I got my check from my dues, so I thought I'd check on that, and that's about it for those. Thank you, James. I got extra thumbs up there. So I'll go back to you, Dave, and let everybody else get going around. K7HYM, K7HYB.
K7HYB. Let's go to Richard in Kent, K7ITX.
Real good. So anyway, let's see. Well, I got one eye on the Gonzaga basketball game. They started the second half 10 points down, but they've worked their way back to where they're just 3 points down right now. So looks like they might be coming out of the woods. They're fighting to get into that. They call it the Sweet 16. So, U-bolts, that brings back some old construction memories. Now, I don't know if what we have are U-bolts, but if you can just picture what Lee had in his hand, maybe about 20 times bigger and thicker. We call them shackles, and that's what we would use to for a variety of things. Typically, we might use it involved in a trick with the tower crane, lifting a crate of glass to
to the 24th floor, for example, or we quite often use a shackle to hook up the case, these real heavy cables for picking up cases and whatnot. So that was pretty fun to see that. And Ron, congratulations on your surgery, and it sounds like you're coming along really good. And the Connor, yeah, no, I remember visiting the Connor, and then actually I got a job offer when I graduated from college to work at the Connor lumber yard. Well, I'd already moved to Portland, so I declined the offer, but I thought it was really fun to at least have an opportunity to work and live there. Who knows what if I would have taken the offer? Well, I'm glad I didn't. I like the way things went. So anyway, good to see Gary in person. So thanks a lot for showing up, Gary, and actually Covington Jim for that matter. So K7WYM, K7ITX, back to net control. K7ITX, thanks for that. Go to Covington to Jim in 7QO.
QO. Thank you, Dave. Well, good evening, everyone. It's good to see you. Jessica, there's a bird fixing to get you. If they didn't get you earlier, it's going to get you now. That was a pretty cool video. All those birds taking off, that was great. Let's see, Ron, glad you're recovering from that okay. Ice cream, man, you should have asked the fellow for a filet mignon or something. I don't know what all they have, but if they're taking orders, go big. That's what I would do. By the way, steaks are expensive nowadays. Man, I don't know if anyone's gone to a restaurant, but my God, it's really expensive. Good to see you. Question, have you recovered from the dentist visit fully yet? That's, well, better than you were anyway. That's 2 fingers. Well, hang in there. It'll get better, we hope. I was just curious, next time it's your turn, is there like a Home Depot or a Lowe's or anything up there? I think I got my U-bolts from the local Home Depot when I needed them. Bert, wow. Russia was saying something about stranding our astronauts on the International Space Station. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that in the past couple of days. Don't know if anyone else has heard anything, if that's been resolved or not. And also, thanks for mentioning about the James Webb Telescope. I did not get that information, so thanks. Reset. Gary, you sound good. Must be on your 706 tonight. And yeah, I was watching the radar a little bit earlier, maybe about 3 hours ago. It looks like there was a cell that moved through, maybe even 2 that moved through Malmsey. I was thinking, yeah, we know Gary's getting it. At that time, Marysville was clear, so hope it stays that way. Let's see, someone was commenting about the weather. It's been really gloomy here all day. I have 44 degrees right now. Can't tell you how warm it got, but did not have any appreciable precipitation during the day today. It did rain pretty heavily last night, though. But looks okay now. 87ZYM and 7QO.
And 7QO, Friday time again. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. I'm Dave, KD7CYM. So let's go to James in Bellevue, WW7ATS.
Well, thank you, Dave. Good to see everybody here tonight. Well, I would have to say, Ron, that if it was a government-financed operation, then wouldn't this be a controlled government burn? And that would be totally different than, just regular, burn. I think that's the way it works. I'm wondering how much that little thing of ice cream cost you. Do you want to know that? Anyway, I'm glad to hear you're on the mend. I hope you continue to be on the mend. It's great news that you got that done. I'm glad you got in. I know someone who's been put off 3 times with surgery on Tuesday, so it's good to hear that you're doing that. Jessica, great video. Thank you for making that. And I always kind of want to know, it's an upside-down cake, and is there such a thing as a right-side-up cake? I just assume to be all other normal cake. I've always kind of wondered about that. So anyway, the reason your car didn't get bombed is you had not washed and waxed it. And birds have an instinctive sense to know that you're just not worth the time if the car is not freshly washed and waxed. Space news. Thank you very much, Bert. I needed that. I stopped watching a lot of my usual news channels because it's just so depressing. Ukraine actually, you probably all know this, but they sell a booster for just about everybody all over the world, and this is really going to be a problem now because that booster puts up everything from weather satellites to you name it, and of course, they're not going to be selling it anytime soon here. So anyway, big kudos to the Russian cosmonauts. Emily were wearing yellow jumpsuits with blue all over them. And when they were asked about it, they said, well, that was just the one that was available. There was another package, so we put that on. I thought that was real finesse. And also very, very sexy. I wouldn't have lunch with Vladimir anytime soon if I were them. Anyway, let's see. Richard, wow, construction workers in shackles and construction memories. Wow, that's exciting. Hope they're all good memories there. With that, anyway, I'm going to say this is James, WW7ATS in Northeast Bellevue. And we're going to turn back to our net control day for the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. Take it away, Dave.
Thanks for that, James. This is Dave, KD7CYM in Lake City. And let's see, I'm showing 3/4 of an inch of rain in the last 24 hours, so it's been pretty moist here. And it's been moist most of the day here in Lake City. I've got 45, let's just up to 44 degrees temperature-wise outside. And it's misting outside, spitting a little bit at this point, but now real heavy rain coming down. The only other thing that's happened to me this week, I got dethroned at the dentist office. They took my crown away on one tooth. So I'm going to have an inauguration with a new crowning in about 2 weeks to go on that tooth. All good. All I've got to say from Lake City is 87. So let's get to the top of the list for Ron, KD7TKU.
Okay, thank you very much, Dave, and hello everybody again, KD7TKU. With Jim, S7QO, what you had is what I call a shackle, where the bolt screws in at the bottom. I call that a shackle, the others are U-bolts. And I have a couple of those too that are kind of hefty. I usually put one around my trailer hitch on the back of my truck if I'm using a chain, and then I put the screw part through the chain and then pull from my trailer hitch. Batteries. Yeah, batteries have gotten really expensive. Really expensive, like, 2 or 3 times the price they were. I went down to get a motorcycle battery to put on my four-wheeler, and it knocked my socks off. I think they wanted like $65 for it. So then I bought a lithium-ion battery on the internet, and I didn't pay much more than that for the lithium-ion battery. It was about as big as a pack of cigarettes, and it came with a bunch of kind of foam rubbers, like spacers, to make up for the difference in the size so that it would fit in the battery case and the whole dump would hold it. And so far, it's worked out good. If it runs, dead, it doesn't completely ruin it like a lead acid, and then you can charge it. So, it's out of my house now, so the charging is in his hands, so I don't know how it'll be, but he's not like Dave. He doesn't maintain his batteries, I don't think, real well, but what will be, will be. Let's see, so yeah, no, in the surgery, I guess they just have, someplace there, they just have a little small refrigerator, and they keep some, I don't know, maybe some pudding and some ice cream, maybe some Jello, I don't know, those little cups. But maybe they have chocolate and vanilla, I don't know. I asked for vanilla. Good time. Yeah, and Jim, you're right, it probably was $300 for those 2 cups. It was kind of amazing. This was just endoscopic surgery on my hand. I had to get there two hours early, and they were upset because they didn't give me whatever that, soap is that you're supposed to bathe with. No one gave me any soap. I just, I taken a shower, but I just used regular soap. So then they had me wipe myself all off with these wipes before I put my gown on and lay down on their bed, or in the room where they got you prepped. Then they came in and put, a deal in the back of my hand so they could hook me up to a tube, a bag of that stuff, and then they did all kind of things. And then when I had to wait about an hour, and they could. And then the doctor actually came in early, and he said he was ready to go too. I said, I guess I'm all ready to go, but I have to wait, I guess. He said, no, I'm ready to go too. I'd go right now, but he said we have to wait for the waiting room, or the surgery room. So when they wheeled me into the surgery room, and I swear there was 6 people, nurses there, you'd have thought I was having open heart surgery, I tell you. And they all pounced on me and started hooking me up to everything. And then the anesthesiologist stuck a little needle into the tube and said, sweet dreams, and I didn't wake up. That was about, 10 o'clock, I suppose. I didn't wake up till 11, and it was all done. So anyway, what else is going on? Oh wait, let me let it drop here. So, yeah, I got to schedule my appointment. I'm going to call Monday and see if I can start scheduling my appointment to get the right wrist done. I need it. It was almost worse than my left one, but they chose to do my left one first. I think I asked for my right one, and they chose to do my left one. So at least if they made a mistake and did the right one, so they write on you. I don't know if you guys have had surgery on me, but they write on you with a marking pencil which one they're supposed to work on, or where they're supposed to work. And today Armando called and came over and worked on the sprinkler system in the yard. We have an automatic sprinkler system, pretty nice one. And when they taken that big oak tree down in front of me, taking the stump off, that machine busted the pipe. And then when I had these trees planted, they broke the pipe a couple places. They must have hit it with a pick or something. And it was not working right. So Mondo came over and repaired it all, got all the sprinklers readjusted, so I'm good for spring now. He's a pretty nice guy. I like him. And I probably, I sat out there in the sun and listened to the Mariners game and talked to him. Probably he was here twice as long as he needed to be to get the work done. He was here less than 4 or 5 hours, 6 of them. But he would take time to talk to me. It was kind of fun to have somebody to talk to. All right, back to Ned, KD7QT.
KD7QT, thanks for that. And ID time again. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Saturday. That's on the 08 machine. KD7QT. Let's go to Jessica, KS7UHK, the third lady.
Speaking of being delayed at surgery, once when I was about 18 years old, I was getting emergency appendix taken out on a Friday night, at Virginia Mason at probably about 10 o'clock at night. They left me in a hallway for about an hour because they just had too many things going on. And I was cold, they didn't give me enough blankets, and there was no one there to talk to say, can you give me some more blankets? And I felt like I just been forgotten in this quiet hallway, with nobody in it, kind of dark. And it's not a very fun experience, and you're also still having pain from appendicitis. So that's what happened when I was 18. Let's see, for sleep for Lee, I'm thinking NPR. Put on some NPR and just kind of tune out on that, because I can turn that on. It puts me right to sleep, even though I listen to it pretty religiously. James Webb Telescope, lots of moving parts. I'm so glad to hear that. That's so neat. That's really cool. And it's really nice to see such a full house tonight here on Zoom. So congratulations to Bryce showing up with cameras. That's really, very cool. Let's see, up here in Everett, it rained. I woke up and it was just raining really hard, and we had plans to go pick up our friend and go up to Mount Vernon. By the time we got to Mount Vernon, it was pretty much clear skies up there. You could look back and see the dark clouds towards Everett and south. Right now it's 42 degrees, and I was thinking about that sizzler, the sizzler. I was thinking about that steak. It's not as cheap as it used to be. Sizzler used to get like a $7.95 something, and it was delicious with all the fixings. And I sure wish we had sizzler at that price anywhere. I would go out of my way to eat it, because it was pretty good food for cheap fast food kind of steak. And I've got a question for Richard. Have you got to that Cirque du Soleil show, and how'd you like it, and what did you find out? And that's all I got from here. This is Jessica KS7 UHK.
KS7 UHK, Jessica, thanks for that. Let's go to Lee, M7KC. Okay. Pardon me. Yeah, M7KC, Lee in Port Edward. Yeah, very interesting one. Yeah, you just amaze me. You have for years. You can punch right in there and they just chop away and do things and whatnot, and you don't even think anything about it, Anyway, it's amazing. And I saw that test picture taken through the Webb telescope, a single star. It had what looked like diffraction spikes on it, but I doubt it was. I thought the thing that was particularly interesting about it was the background galaxies, of which you could see a number, didn't seem to be bothered by that bright star. And I thought, well, this is phenomenal, that it's able to handle that kind of a dynamic range without anything spilling over, spilling up adjacent objects. It was really stunning. And it almost looked like it was thinking in that deep sky, up, oh my gosh, it's up near the northwestern pole. The zigzag one, what the heck that constellation called? Anyway, it was a beautiful photograph, and they said that it's exceeding its specifications, and they're just delighted. So why? Anyway, but there's still a few complicated things have to be done. And I did not know that Ukraine was producing boosters for these shots. What Ukraine needs to do is aim them to the east, for Pete's sake, and just put something on them that counts and send them to the east. Anyway, there you go. It's MKC. Like you met. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for that. Let's go to Bert, M7 Smith in Marysville.
Okay, let's see, what else is going on? I may have mentioned maybe last month or so that my wife had booked us some time to go to Myrtle Beach in a couple of months. So yesterday we were looking for flights to get there. It turns out it is not cheap to fly from Seattle to Myrtle Beach. The tickets were a little bit north of $900 per person, which I've flown to other countries for cheaper than that before. So we were trying to figure out what we could do to make it cheaper, and I guess if you fly into Charleston, you'd maybe save $200 per ticket. So that was a little better. But then I finally remembered that I had one of those airline credit cards that give you like a free companion pass every year. And I usually forget about those, but this time it finally clicked that I had one, and I went to check, and then I was able to get us 2 tickets total for $750. So ended up saving the bundle there. But then we had to rent a car. So we were checking on some of the car rental places, and to rent a car for a week out of Charleston, we were looking for like a SUV or minivan because we were going to be having other people with us. And it was like $1,400 for the week to rent like a minivan or a big SUV. So then my wife had the idea, oh, well, I should probably go check my work website because they let you rent stuff and use it for personal use. And my wife's company discount got us like, it was $1,000 discount on that. So we got that $1,400 minivan down to $400 for the week. But I guess because that company has a lot of business in Charleston there. But anyway, that's it for now. Burton Marshall and 7CS, back to that.
In 7CS, I think if we're all going to book a flight or a travel thing, we'll go to your agency. You got a better deal going for it. Let's do today, K7HYB.
And 87ZYM and the group K7HYB. Well, I guess I would ask the question, why did everyone go to Charleston? But I guess you had a good reason for doing that, so, I don't know, I spent a year on the East Coast in Virginia when I was in the Air Force, and I really have never had much of a desire to go back again, although I've been back to North Carolina a couple of times. I was in New Jersey on a cruise one time, but that's okay. I guess you gotta do what you gotta do, Bert. What can I say? I was gonna contact you and see if, I don't know if you went to the Ham Festival weekend or not, but I was looking for somebody to take me down, because my son didn't want to go, and so I didn't go. I was gonna go by myself. Anyway, I'm about to make comment there. Ron, heal fast. I hope that your hand gets taken care of properly and you get fixed. It sounds like it's fixed, so it sounds like you're going to have to do the other one now. But I hope everything goes well for you there and get those things taken care of. I know they can be a real pain. And Jim, you got your skull cap on there. You look like you may be out there in the cold. Are you cold? Oh, I see. Okay. You don't look too terribly uncomfortable, but look, you need it. I've got about half a dozen space heaters out here. Do you need a couple of them? Anyway. So, Bert, next time around, if you get a chance, I don't remember what. Oh, I see. Okay. He's showing me his leader there. Bert, I wonder. I don't know. I heard that telescope is out about 1 million miles out. That's a long. I think that's a long way. And yes, would that be quite a change in dynamics? Let's have some good cameras out there, whatever. So that was my babble for this time around. Back to you, Dave, K7ZYM, K7HYB.
K7HYB, let's go to Richard in Kent, K7RTX.
Okay, yeah, let's see, let's start off, yeah, Jessica, I did see Cirque du Soleil, and yeah, it was, well, you know, it was very entertaining, I will say that. I think probably the most important function, or the most important thing about the show was the fact that I was a chauffeur, and, you know, with my 85-year-old mother-in-law, and she has a hard time, you know, getting around any long distance.
she would have never made it from the parking lot to her seat. So to be able to drive her and my wife Debbie to the front door, that was probably the most important thing that happened that day. So I was happy about that. And Jessica, you're right. The music, actually, if you want to know the truth, the music and the light show I thought was the best part. Because I've been to the circus a lot, and so it really just, but this is better than the circus in that you got really good singers, great singers, and an excellent live band. And the lights, again. So, yeah, it was really enjoyable. Other than the fact that I had to navigate a pouring rainstorm from my car to the front door to my seat, and so it took a while to dry off. And plus it was a Saturday matinee. So of course I'm going to have, it's more of a family affair with little kids right behind me and Daddy in my ear trying to, he's genuinely excited, but kind of more for the kids than anybody else. So that was fine. Oh, and then speaking of batteries, yes, I'm probably going to get one. I checked the specifications on the one I need for my truck, and I priced them out, and I'll be going to Costco for $99. So that's my deal there. And James Webb, just like you, Lee, I was struck by the background. I mean, I could not believe all the variety of galaxies. It's like a few dozen, in just a test pattern, so to speak, and those just happen to just show up. I don't think, not very impressive. And the big news in my family is the YLW. Weirdly enough, the place where I do my part-time construction consulting, they hired Debbie to do their bookkeeping. So now we're two for the same company in the family, but we charge double, so there's no problem there. But it's pretty strange. I'll just leave it at that. But it is turning out to be kind of fun if you want to know the truth. So that's Katie said. Oh, and by the way, Gonzaga has got a 4-point lead. We're now in 3 minutes 27 seconds, and that's after they've been down by 10 points at the end of the first half. KD7-0AM, K7ITX, back to net control.
K7ITX, thanks for that. And get another ID out of the way. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Man on the 08 machine. I'm Dave, KD7-0AM. Let's go to Covington to N7QO. Jet.
N7QO, thank you, Dave. Well, let's see. Bert, good job on the airfare and the car rental. I might go so far as to say outstanding job on that. That's like, holy cow. Yeah, nowadays, I don't know, everything is getting expensive. It's wow. Also, you were asking about the Marty antenna. I don't know. Where did I last see specs on that? I know I have them. I can't say I have them filed away in any place that I could find. I know that the antenna that replaced had about 3 dBs more gain, but that antenna is on the north side of the tower, so it should be kind of favoring you and Gary. And unfortunately, it's kind of not favoring me, but I'll root around a little bit and see if I can find information on that. Let's see, Gary. Usually what happens is I come out here and turn on the furnace a while before I'm going to come out here, but I kind of got distracted today and didn't do that. And the space heater, well, I got a couple space heaters, but it's like, I got all kinds of junk around here, all kinds of worthless stuff. It's, it warms up to a certain temperature, but it doesn't get it to a toasty temperature where I can sit here in my Speedos. So I generally try to turn on the furnace. And let's see. Oh yeah, so that's why I got my hat on. And a hat, I need a new hat. This one doesn't really fit me. I don't know. I got a fat head. Plus not only that, I guess I probably washed this a couple times too many. It may have shrank a little bit. Oh well. And let's see. Jessica. Yeah, the Bedford incident. I remember that. This captain, and they inadvertently launched this missile, and it goes kablooey, and it was a mistake. And that reminds me of a song by Men at Work. But anyway, I digress. I don't know. Back to you, Dave, and 7Q.
And 7Q, thanks for that. Let's go to James in Bellevue, WW7ATS.
Well, thank you, Dave. I thought I would share this image right here. I'm not sure who gets the photo credit for this. But you'll notice, okay, this is the Zenit 2, or the Zenit family of rocket boosters, and it's made in Ukraine. And of course, Ukrainian and Russian both use the Cyrillic alphabet. But when they did this was for an English-speaking customer, so they used the Latin alphabet to label the side of the booster, Zenit, for marketing. And that's interesting to me. So anyway, that's what the booster looks like. So I just thought I would share that with everybody. So anyway, thank you for sharing that information. That is news I can use. And signal check here. I still have a lot of static on top of my signal. Quick question. That's correct. I was just kind of tuning into the live stream, and I just wanted to mention that whoever providing that is quite distorted, just so you know. Okay, so okay, is that you're looking at? Okay, well this is WW7ATS here from 7 Thank you very much for the video Anyway, I was saying, thank you for the information. This really tells you what your money is worth. Anything has metal in it or has energy in it. Because batteries, yeah, about 3 or 4 times what they used to be, they have lead in them. And anything that seems to do with transportation right now is just skyrocketing in price, which eventually will get to everything. Everything, energy and everything. So I hope we kind of get this whole international situation under control soon. So this could be worse. We could all be having evil in our bank account, right? Yeah, that must be quite a shock to wake up one day and find out your dollar is worth 9 cents. I don't think I would like that. Anyway, the best quote from that movie, I think, the Bedford incident is, you have a torpedo evasion plan, don't you? I think that was what Sidney Poitier asked the captain, and the captain stares back at him, because what happened, as I recall, is they fired an airlock, and the submarine heard it and knew they were dead, so they fired the nuclear torpedo at the destroyer. As I recall, that was a famous line. You have a torpedo evasion plan, don't you? Don't you? Don't you? Very timely quote for the world today. Well, since my audio ain't better now, or do I have to turn on the second nuclear reactor? Is it any better now? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'm feeling my cornea is getting irradiated, so I'll turn it back to net control. This is WW7ATS in Northeast Bellevue.
WW7ATS, thanks for that. This is Dave, KD7ZYN on Lake City. And we are aware, unfortunately, that the audio on our YouTube thing is a little distorted. And we've been working on that over the last few months. And it's an RF issue up at the site, and hopefully if we get down, we'll be able to have good audio. And this is the KD7ZYM, and now I mentioned the Brit, he got such a good deal on his transportation that he'll at least be able to afford gasoline for his trip when he's there. The saving could be all lost if gasoline goes up to $20 a gallon. Oh boy. And that's about all I got to say. This is Dave, KD7ZYM from Lake City. So let's go back up to the top. Oh, wait a minute. I got one more person to call in here. KJ7YYM. No response on that. So let's go to Rob, KD7QKU.
Yeah, this is KD7QK. Yeah, it's too bad we forgot about that guest, I think. And I didn't write his call sign down. If you're out there, our apologies. So I didn't take very many notes either. Jim made me cold, so I had to click on the heater here. And I was thinking about Bert and his flying lessons. So have you started or looked into starting your flying lessons again? And maybe you could tell us where you're at there. And I guess that's about all I got this time. KD7QKU.
KD7QKU, Ron, thanks for that. Let's go to Jessica, KF7UHK.
Kane Mutiny and Captain Creek reminds me of this Richard Widmark as the captain of this the Bedford. We just watched it the other day. You can find it on Xfinity on one of these free movie channels on Xfinity, with your basic service, and with no commercials. I can't remember exactly which channel it was, but it's repeated again several times during the next month for free. So if you need to go see it, it's a good movie about Russian subs, obsession, and photography. And I figured Sylvia would like it because she's playing with cameras a lot lately, and obsession because we all get obsessed with things, and Russian subs, why not? So that's what's going on there with that. Before I put that up there, Gonzaga, once I did the light show up there for a group called the Hitmen a long time ago, and I had a little Honda Civic, and I had this light show that I had to kind of strap on top of the car, which I didn't have a car carrier or anything. I just kind of roped it up with a lot of ropes and good ties to be able to drive it up to Gonzaga and do this light show. But one of the people in the Hitmen had gotten really sick, and his girlfriend didn't want him to play, and so the group didn't play at all. But while I was up there, and when I all the way up to Gonzaga to go do this show with hauling my stuff up there, the second group that went on, I got them to pay me some money, and I did that show for them. So that's how you find new people. Is you usually do lights for one group, and then the next group comes on and says, hey, for a little bit of money, I'll do it for you too. I'll do something different. So that's how you get people to make a base of clients. So there's my tip for you if you want to go out and do light shows for people. Otherwise, it's 53 minutes up there, still 41 degrees up here in Everett. I'm going to say 73. This is KF7QHK.
Let's go to Lee, M7KC. Okay, M7KC here. I'm not even going to start the timer. Yes, we have a Home Depot for this in Slim. 20 miles, 40-mile round trip. No big deal, but anyway, it's just easier now, I think, just to get it from Amazon or something, comes so fast. So anyway, with that, 7:30, on that, that's you, Dave, 7KC. M7KC, let's go to Bert, M7CS.
Okay, let's see. Someone had a question about flying lessons. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I don't think I've been flying the little plane. It's probably been almost a year now or so. So I kind of put that on the side for that. I mean, it was just looking at the costs that we're racking up. It's just so crazy. I mean, I could afford it if I wanted to, but on the one hand, even if you can afford something, do you does it make sense to like be putting that much money out on it? It used to be a lot cheaper to learn how to fly, but it's just the costs are just kind of out of control right now. And I mean, I don't know what the current cost is. I mean, some of you probably have a better idea, but I was reading online like aviation fuel for general aviation was going for like $7 to $8 a gallon now, and those planes take a lot of gallons still, even the small ones. So it just adds up really quick. And I didn't realize that. I guess I should have known this, but I didn't realize that these GA planes were still using leaded fuel. It's only recently, I think, that the FAA came out and said they can start trying using unleaded options. But I didn't realize that. And back when I was doing my lessons, I mean, I was checking the fuel by sticking my finger in the tank and making sure that it was there. Yeah, so I don't know. It's still tickling in the back of my mind. That's something that I want to do. But when you just analyze those costs, it's just kind of insane. But anyway, that's probably it for now. So 73 Alt, this is Burton Maxwell, and 7CS, back to that.
And 7CS, back to that. Let's go to Gary in Alpha 87 HYD.
Sweet, 73 is all, and we'll see you Wednesday night. And take care, everybody stay healthy. K7 HYD.
K7 HYD, thanks for that. Let's go to Richard, K7ITX, the king of nepotism.
Well, gee whiz, I'll keep it short and sweet. We got 4.1 seconds to go. Gonzaga is ahead by only 2 points, but they're on the foul line, and so they have a chance to extend their chances of winning. Now, I mean, I've seen the teams easily overcome a 2-point deficit in less than even 4 seconds. So about ready to see how the first free throw shot goes, and see if we can get a 3-point lead to maybe make the chances of, I guess it's Memphis. I'd like to, of course, Gonzaga. Yeah, I'm right on to Jessica. Yeah, I traveled on a Greyhound bus with our light show from Seattle to, we just got the first free throw. That's a tongue twister for me today. Free throw. We just got the first one more to go, and hopefully that'll really make it almost impossible with the 4-point lead with 4 seconds to go, and we got it. So, we traveled our light show from Seattle on Greyhound bus to Tooth, Washington. It was kind of a nightmare. As we sat and looked out the window, we saw the bus driver drop all our glass. We had everything in like a Foot Locker, and he didn't care. I mean, he was just dropping that thing all over the place, and sure as heck, because some of our glass equipment got broken. But that's how it is when it's either the Greyhound bus and the bus driver dropping your stuff, or tying it to the top of your little car and getting there, and the future act is canceled. So what do you know? All right. Well, thanks a lot, everybody. It's been a lot of fun. I'm going to say 7 K7ITX. Back to net control.
K7ITX, on a final, let's go to Jim, M7QO.
M7QO, thank you, Dave. Well, let's see. I don't know what F-gas is going for nowadays. I'm kind of in the same predicament, Bert. With this pandemic, things have been absolutely goofy, and I'm not sure. I'm in the camp with Bellevue Jim, where I'm kind of thinking there's a possibility this may flare up again in the near future. I look at China, I look at South Korea, and UK or for that matter, Europe in general. And there are fewer people here vaccinated than there are in those places, so I'm concerned. Having said that, if I were 10 years younger, I might be less concerned before my health went south, but say la vie. Anyway, back to you, Dave, on 7QO.
And 7QO, and all good things come to an end. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society, and we'd like to thank the owners and operators of the 08 machine 147.08 WW7STR, which is Seattle Repeaters Association repeater, for allowing us to utilize their repeaters for our voice transmissions for our nets held on Wednesdays and Saturdays between 8 and 9 o'clock. So on behalf of the Western Washington Amateur Television Society, this is Dave 87ZYM, terminating the net. Good evening all.
N7KC disconnected. One needs help with that audio stream. I'm more than happy to help. It's just too loud going up to YouTube, and that will be at the source computer that's providing the feed. I can help. TI7Z, take care. Thank you very much. WU7N. your stream is still running, but it's dead air. And also those audio levels are very easy to adjust. And if you need some assistance, I'd be glad to help. KI7Z.